Now from the Radford University Highlander Student Media Center, here's ROC-TV's forecast.
Good Saturday morning to you, Highlanders. It's Dustin Staples here with another edition of your weekend weather watch. I hope you enjoyed your week. It has been very tiresome in the last 7 days. Before we get right into things here, let's start off with our COVID-19 update, as that has been also showing some good progress coming in the making. We have so far only had 2 positive cases this week, which is a phenomenal thing. As we told you last week, we hope the numbers would go down, and they keep decreasing, which is a nice thing to see. Our percentage rate continues to remain very low, if not just stable, moving about 0.09 to roughly a point percentage, at least to say, in the last week. And again, we've tested nearly 2,500 plus cases of COVID-19. As you see here, our low numbers are showing some positive signs moving in our direction. So keep it up and do this for 5 and slow the spread of COVID-19. Moving on now to the forecast, I want to get to some winter weather alerts. This map looks very color-coded. That's why the National Weather Service does a nice fine-tuning. As you see here, labeling these alerts. As you pretty much notice, we're in the pink area. Winter storm warning goes until about noon on Sunday. Winter weather advisories are the dark purple color there, the magenta-like, and we even have some ice storm warnings, matter of fact, that continue to go into effect through the rest of the weekend. Parts of the area could see between 1/4 to 1/2 inch at most areas. As you see here, Radford is just about right here in the midst of that purple magenta looking color. That is that winter storm warning for a good chunk of southwestern Virginia, and again south central, southwestern, far southwest Virginia going into the Carolinas, and a mix of that winter storm watch and winter storm advisory and that winter storm warning for sure. Again, no snow with this. Unfortunately, it's going to create a lot more slick conditions, which, as you see here on our next presentation, you see that differentiation of ice and sleet, which we did see in our area as the National Weather Service is teaching how to measure ice. It is very different compared to measuring the regular snow. You just get the measure and stick it in the ground, also finding a flat surface. So speaking of flat surface, when you measure it right here, kind of measure it on the side of it. Don't directly measure it across, because or else it'll have a little more of a different effect. And again, on round surfaces, also try to do the same thing. Just be sure to measure it ever so slightly. As you see, that is an example of 7/16, and again roughly 3/16. So the average is about 5/16. You see that there. So this is a good explanation of how you can properly measure ice, just letting you know if you're on those tree limbs and power lines, which is going to be something to keep a close eye on between now and going into Sunday afternoon. Finally, moving on to all that scientific explanation, here's your 7-day forecast. Let's begin here for today. Again, our highs are staying in the 30s for the rest of tonight. They'll be developing that freezing rain later in the overnight hours of your Sunday going in. You see our highs staying above freezing, but again, we have a concern with these overnight lows are flirting with the freezing mark. This is why we're seeing a lot of this rain. So again, heavy rain most likely develop late Saturday, again going into Sunday with the mix of freezing rain, sleet, and ice accumulating between 1/4 to maybe 3/10 at most, keeping a very close eye on the road conditions. So if you must head out, please be very vigilant today. Again, scattered showers for Valentine's Day, unfortunately, so if you have any plans tomorrow, just be a better day to stay in with you and your loved one, or if you're at home, with your family, of course, that's always nice to see. Rain continues scattered on Monday and Tuesday, but our temperatures are warming ever so slightly. We get a break on Wednesday after being so cloudy and damp. More rain moves in Thursday. We got to keep another eye on the system on Friday, and you see our highs not helping much either. So a very wet and slippery commute is expected between now and Sunday morning. Scattered rain showers could result in some small pockets of flooding, as a lot of this rain and the ground is saturated as is. That is something to keep a close eye on. Enjoy your 1-day break in the middle of the week, and then more wintry weather moves in by the time we get to a week from yesterday. Stick around, we'll have you updated and keep you informed of the latest conditions.